Hi everyone, welcome to Find Your Fire. I'm Sarah Perron. I'm a transformational life coach, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. Today we're going to be talking about validation. So if you're looking for some validation in life, you've come to the right place. Okay, so let's get started. So we all know how great it feels to be validated by someone else, right? Maybe your boss tells you at work what a great job you've done on a project, or your spouse tells you how beautiful or how handsome you look, or maybe a friend admiringly tells you what a wonderful parent you are. And this all feels great, of course. And there's nothing wrong with receiving compliments when they come our way. It's great. We appreciate it most of the time. So, but what happens when it doesn't happen? When it seems like nobody is noticing the good things we're doing in life, how hard we're trying, and no one's like validating the choices that we're making in life. What do we do then? So, sometimes it's not pretty, as I'm sure you know. I think that today in the world, there's a really strong hunger for validation. We see this in so many ways. So many people basically trying to force other people to validate them and say that they're okay, that the choices they're making, the lifestyles they're choosing are okay. And this sometimes gets loud, gets ugly. Just it's not a pretty scene. We see it on social media. Sometimes we go on social media to either post something about ourselves, to present our lives in a certain way in order to try to get compliments and praise from others. We may even do this subconsciously. Or we go and we look at what other people are posting and either feel better about ourselves or worse about ourselves by comparison. So, okay, so what do we do when we're just feeling this hunger for validation? What I want to suggest is that we start building the muscle of self-validation first. That's where it all begins. What if you could get all the validation you wanted right within yourself? What if it wasn't dependent on what you hear from other people about who you are? What if you knew your own greatness and could own it? What if you could celebrate yourself for that great job that you did at work, even if your boss never said a word? And what if you could look into the mirror and admire your own beauty, your own just amazingness without needing to hear it from your spouse in order to know it and to feel it? And again, of course, it's wonderful when other people tell us lovely things about ourselves, but what if you knew it already within yourself? And what if you could know your own worth as a parent to your children without needing your friend to notice it and to tell you what a good job you're doing and how much you're putting into your relationship with your kids? What if you knew it and you were owning it? Because here's the thing. If you don't believe in your own value first, the praise of other people is never going to satisfy you ultimately. If you don't validate yourself first, you will never be satisfied with the validation of other people. You will always be running after it, looking for more of it, trying to get it from outside of yourself if it's not already in place within you first. And what you do get, it just will never be enough for you, and you probably won't even believe the good things that other people say to you because you haven't established that within yourself first. So it's not going to amount to very much in the end for you. There's always going to be that hunger to know, to get that feedback from other people. It kind of reminds me, I hope this makes sense. It's sort of like backwards echolocation. It's like you needing to send out a signal to bounce off of someone else in order for you to know where you are instead of trying to determine how far or the location of something else out there. It's like you're trying to find out where you are in space. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. That's just what it made me think of. So, what do we do? I'd like to suggest that we start working on becoming our own biggest fan. Just you and you. And there are many ways that you can do this. One easy, practical way to get started is that you can choose to spend a few minutes every morning after you get up, before you start your day. Just spend a few minutes in front of a mirror, just with yourself. And you can lock yourself in the bathroom away from your family. They don't have to know this is going on. And just spend a few quiet minutes looking into your own eyes, smiling at yourself, and telling yourself what you like about yourself. It can be what you like about things that you are doing, that you're involved in, who you are in your relationships, how kind you are with other people, how patient you are with your kids. You know, even if obviously there are moments where you're not so patient, not so kind, pick out the positive and tell yourself. And it can even be about the way you look. You can appreciate your eyes, you can appreciate your smile, your hair, whatever it is. And out loud, tell yourself these things. Give yourself some validation. And it may feel strange at first if you've never done this before, but the more you do it, the less strange it will be. And I think you'll come to value those moments of just connecting with yourself, knowing more about where you are in space on your own without having to send out that signal to anyone else. And it can be a really beautiful thing. That's just one way to get started. And the more that you build up this habit of validating yourself and not looking for it in other places, a funny thing may happen, and that is that's when people will start to notice things about you. That positive energy you've created within yourself will attract notice. People will notice a change. And that's when those compliments that maybe you were wanting before and that validation that you were wanting before will actually start to roll in. And you can take it in and appreciate it, of course. It's lovely, it's wonderful. But you'll know that you don't need it to know who you are and how special and valuable you are. You already know that inside. So it's just like icing on the cake. And I mean, you know those people, right? Like the people that just are secure in themselves. They're happy within themselves. They're confident. Those people, we love to be around those people. They make us feel better about ourselves. They kind of, because they feel so validated inside, they give off that energy of sort of validating other people. And if you do this work, you could become that person for other people that encourages them to validate themselves and feel good about themselves. So I hope that you got value from this video and that you will, if you don't know it already, that you will come to know how awesome you are, how amazing, how special, And that once you know that, you'll know that no one can take that from you. That's yours forever. And you can keep working on it, keep building it. And it lives within you. So I want to invite you, if you are someone who struggles with feeling validated in life, and you'd like to have a conversation about this, about how to build up your own inner sense of worth and value. If you'd like to have a conversation about that with me, if you would like to have a conversation about that with me, I would be so happy to do that with you. You'll see in the description to this video, there's a link to my calendar page. You can feel free to go there and sign up for a call at a time that's convenient for you, and I will be so happy to meet you and talk with you in that time. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Take care.